just right turns out to be a poem. Sometimes you got a little lines, fragments that you think, I'm going to put that in something someday. And maybe that doesn't happen, but they could be great lines. So before I read the real poem that's torn from my guts, I'm going to read a few of these little fragments, if you'll permit me.
Are these also ripped from the entrails, or?
Yes, okay. They are. In fact, they're pretty fresh.
Okay, very good.
She was always most revealing in her artifices and subterfuges. Her lies were the key to her true nature. I am highly overpaid, except compared to the people I work with. If you and I are so very much alike, I know exactly when not to trust you. How does the theory of intelligent design explain why men have nipples? Adults who loomed so large when I was very small now have withered away and are hardly there at all. Monsters weep for what is lost. Their tears are like asphalt poured onto the road they arrived on. Okay. This is what I'm going to read. I talked a little about my father before. I didn't talk about, he had been sort of a master of his universe, and then at a certain point...
he was He-Man?
No, more like a very respected professional man.
Oh, okay.
He was always referred to as doctor or professor, and...
doctor in what?
Well, actually, he was an MD, but he was a psychoanalyst.
Okay.
And
nice.
Ironically, when his arc kind of turned, he was diagnosed with a psychiatric illness.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So this poem is kind of getting to that. Yeah.
Okay. And what's the title of the poem?
Well, I usually use the first line, my father walked. My father walked, a tall figure, manned his body like a rampart against the waves that broke at his foundation. He'd sail through a crowd like a listing schooner, aiming for the lectern, where his lofted voice could sway and hold at bay a throng, in whose midst he was sure did doubters lurk, to snap at his heels when he'd descend. In time, my father's figure froze into the difficulties of his pose. And when fear found the cracks in his belief, he began to hide food away in cans and money in the folds of books, maybe hoping a new leaf would open one day for him, turn him over into that brave soldier who had struggled fatherless to prevail amid the armies of his night. But that was not how it would turn out for him. He perished when his parts would not cohere, and I have had to come to see that his is my story as well, still needing to be unfolded here.